Good evening po sa inyong lahat and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Dr. Mike and happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat, sa lahat ng viewers natin. Yan, si Woody nandyan kasama natin. Exciting na naman ang ating event or ang ating show tonight because ang ating guest ay isang singer-songwriter, ang ating pong guest ngayong gabi. So sa lahat po muna ng nanonood sa atin, magandang gabi po. Greet ko muna po kayo, yung mga taga Hong Kong, taga Philippines, taga Japan, mga friends natin dyan sa Japan, lahat po ng mga fans from Aldab, Miss Maricel, kay Direct Eric Kizon, also mga Noranians, baka makalimutan ko yung mga friends nating mga Noranians. Maraming salamat po. Lahat po na naka-standby po sa atin. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because ang ating guest ngayon, dadako naman tayo sa bansang United Kingdom, particularly sa London, ang guest natin ngayong gabi. But before that, let me give first the introduction ng ating guest sa ngayong gabi. But, question ko po, kanina nag-post po ako, kahapon nag-post po ako sa aking health page by Dr. Mike. Tinanong ko po ang ating mga kababayan, what is queer? Okay? Ano po ang ibig sabihin nun? Maaring mas sanay tayo doon sa mas mahabang word na LGBTQI, mga acronyms na yon, or lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer. Hindi ko alam yung ay, nakalimutan ko. Ay, tanong na lang natin sa audience, ay sa guest natin mamaya kung ano yung ay. But anyway, ang guest po natin, ina-acknowledge niya na queer siya, non-binary singer-songwriter. We've been friends for almost 8 years now because we've been chatting off-air. At tinatanong ko po sa kanya na kung ano po, paano kami nagkakilala nga. And then nga, binention niya sa akin na we met doon sa University Hall kung saan ako, and then we became. Let me read first yung po kanyang profile. Our guest for tonight is a queer non-binary singer-songwriter who makes glam pop music and champion queer Asian narratives. Following the release of his debut single, Just Let Go for Once, in May 2018, and a life-changing year of live performances in 2019. Our guest is now releasing his debut EP in 2020, starting with the broody pop ballad Sometimes I Cry and Give Me Up to Love. So we'll ask him to sing later. Named Asian on the Rise by Attitude Magazine, our guest brings queer Asian visibility to the forefront. His muse, the life Leslie Cheung, gender-fluidity, Anita Mui, Raw Edge, Freddie Mercury's Stadium Rock, Temperament, and channels Lady Gaga's performance theatrics. Alongside his music, our guest works at AKT, an LGBT plus homeless youth charity, as their youth engagement coordinator, supporting young people facing homelessness in the UK. So without any further ado, our guest for tonight, i-welcome po natin siya, ang ating pong guest, Jason Kwan.
Hi, everyone. Hi,
How
Mike.
are you?
How are you doing?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. Super exciting today. I just released my new song, Give Me Up to Love. So I've been working and just getting it out there and getting all the nice feedback from everyone who loves the song. So yeah, I'm quite excited. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited, and I think our viewers are so excited as well to see you because we have a foreign artist guesting our show.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me.
And it's our pleasure because we haven't seen each other for almost, as I have said, 8 years when the first time we met, right? And the last time you went here, you invited me to watch your show, but because of what's going on in Hong Kong, I was not able to see your show. But this time, at least we're talking live on air, even if we're miles away. Where are you? Where are you now, by the way?
So I'm in London. I'm in East London.
Okay, and what time?
It's currently 2:30 p.m.
2:30 p.m. So thank you so much because I know you have a very busy schedule. The last time that I'm coordinating with you, you were in Greece, right?
Yes,
Is
I
it
was in Greece, and then I was doing a job, a modeling job in Croatia, and now
okay?
I'm back. So I'm back in London. Yeah,
You've been traveling a lot. Is it because of your promoting the album, or is a different kind of job
I was
modeling?
shooting a commercial in Croatia. So it was like a
Commercial.
modeling job. Yeah.
So I think some of our viewers here, they're watching. Some of our viewers watching from Japan. Majority are from Hong Kong and Philippines. They're so excited. They can ask questions, right? They can
Yeah,
ask questions.
no, please ask any questions. Thank you everyone for joining in and tuning in.
Uh-uh. And then for sure later on they would be very interested to listen to some of your songs. You could give some songs to
Yeah,
our
I'll
viewers.
sing a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. So how is it? How is it, Jason? Oh, before that, can you define first what is queer? What does it mean?
Hmm. So, firstly, I think words like queer mean different things to different people who use them. But queer generally just means anything that's not straight. So
Mm-mm,
it could be anything outside of being straight. So if it's not a man loving a woman, it can be queer.
mm-mm,
Queer for me is a term that used to be negative. It used to be something that people used as an insult. And we have, as a generation, taken the word back to define ourselves, to give it power again. So when I say I'm queer, it just means I'm not straight and I fall on the spectrum. Um,
mm-mm,
so I used to say that I was gay, but then I didn't feel like it fully encapsulated my identity and my sexuality. So I kind of use the word queer just to explain that I am not straight, if that makes
mm-mm.
sense.
Uh-oh. And then I know Hong Kong is a place where very conservative,
Yeah.
right? And you grew up in Hong Kong, am I right?
Yes, I grew up in Hong Kong.
So how many years that you stayed in Hong Kong?
So I grew up in Hong Kong all the way until I was 14, and then
Mm-mm,
I left to the UK. Basically, there came a when I was 13, I started to think, I knew I was gay and I knew I was queer, and
mm-mm,
I also wanted to be a musician.
mm-mm,
And I knew it wasn't really possible for me to be an out and proud gay
mm-mm,
musician in Hong Kong and have a good career. And also a really big thing that happened back in 2004 was Leslie Cheung had died, right? He had
mm-mm.
committed
Yeah.
suicide, and he was
Mm-mm,
the only gay singer I knew. And for me, it's just I needed to get out. So I
mm-mm,
applied for school in the UK. I got a scholarship. I got a music scholarship,
mm-mm.
and I told my parents that I was going to go, and I left. And I haven't been. Yeah, I've lived in the UK since. So I really took charge of my future and decided that I wanted to go somewhere that was going to be more accepting of who I am, because it was something that I didn't want to hide at all. So
Mm. Because for the viewers, majority of our viewers are from the Philippines, and
Mhm.
Philippines as well is a very conservative country, particularly in the 80s and in the 90s,
Sure.
where some of our viewers right now probably are parents, where uh, again the society is not accepting
Mm.
this kind of preference. During your growing up years, were you able to experience such kind of discrimination or
Mhm.
humiliation because of your choice of your preference?
Yeah, so I guess first of all, like, being gay isn't a choice. It's something that I realized as I grew older, but it was a choice for me to come out and to talk to my parents about it. And I came out to my parents when I was 18,
Mm-mm,
and they had no idea. They just didn't never thought about it.
mm-mm,
Um, and I think it was difficult for them because they didn't really understand. Like, they still
mm-mm,
loved me, but they couldn't love my queerness because they didn't understand what it meant. So it took us a lot of time, maybe 7, 8 years, before we actually got to a place where we can talk
mm-mm,
about it and they can understand what it means. And I have been very patient with them to educate them on everything that they wanted to know. I let them ask any questions they wanted. And I made sure that there was a very good conversation happening between us, because you can't expect someone to learn something new overnight. You have to give them time. You have to be patient with them.
mm-mm.
So yeah.
Yeah. How about in school when you were studying? Because sometimes being gay, you are being bullied by your classmates. Were you able to
Yeah.
experience this
I
kind
was
of?
I was bullied a lot. In Hong Kong I was bullied. In the UK I was bullied. And that was hard. That's why I left Hong Kong as well. I was bullied really badly in my school, and so I wanted to leave. But when I went to the UK, I went to an all boys school, which was even worse.
Okay.
But the good thing about that experience was that I spent all my time writing music. I spent all my time practicing. So I trained in opera, and I just sang jazz, and I played piano, and I played the double bass, and I played the guitar, and I used my time to play music, to read books, to really enrich myself and learn about culture. And I didn't let that noise define my life, and I didn't let that negativity live in my life. So, and then when I left high school, I went to uni, and I was out, and I was proud, and everyone liked me because of my music, and they liked me because of my energy, and that was what defined me, and that is what defines me today.
So it didn't stop that you want to chase your dreams.
Not at all.
Yeah, not because of you claim that this is your choice, this is your preference, but it did not hinder you to reach your goal to become a musician, and you prepare everything
Yeah.
until people finally accept.
Yes, and people
It-
accept me for who I am today because I don't give them any choice. They have no choice but to accept me, and I think me being a musician and being openly queer at from the start is very important, because if I was when I was 8 years old, I only had one person to look up to, which was Leslie Cheung, who ended up killing himself. And I want to be a role model for younger people to know that you can be queer, you can be Asian, you can be a musician and do really well and survive and achieve well and make good music and have a nice life. And I think that's important for people to see people succeeding. So even if it's going to be more difficult for me it's worth it. And for me, it's something that I cannot compromise on.
And I think some of our viewers can relate. So some of them followed you already on your Spotify. So
Yeah,
probably
please do. You can search my
let,
name, Jason
let
Kwan,
me
and
find it again, because you send me the link to Spotify. You could just message or search you using your name, right? Where is that?
yeah. So yeah.
This one. I'll show this one. So you can
Yeah.
follow our guests in Spotify, Jason Kwan. Okay.
And you can listen to my new song, which came out today, called "Give Me Up to Love."
Okay.
So yeah.
So later, I would ask you to sing a few bars for your song. But
Sure.
when you moved to Hong Kong, to UK, and then again, you mentioned a while ago that you experienced bullying in some point. Uh, what other things that you have adjusted because your parents were not there? Because for us, for Filipinos, sometimes we are more into the family oriented. We love to go and stay with our families, with our relatives. But in your case, did you have any relatives when you moved out and went to the UK?
No, I went on my own, and I was always on my own. So I became very independent. I did visit my family sometimes. I flew back to Hong Kong and things like that. And it was fine because like I still spoke with my parents. We just didn't speak about my sexuality or me being a musician. However, one thing I've found, especially within the last maybe 5-6 years, is that you can build your own family, your chosen family, and these are your friends and people who support you in life, who understand you. And I think it's beautiful to have my biological family, but also have my chosen family, who are my best friends, who really understand where I'm coming from, and they share similar experiences. So,
We have a viewer from Australia, Millie's Journey. Thank you so much, Millie's Journey, for ang ating super chatter ba o super sticker? A super sticker. Oh, ayan. And then we also have super sticker Gigi Amelo. And then
hi,
we
Gigi.
also have pasensya po, hindi ko nakikita yung mga pangalan nyo kasi mabilis masyado. Si Moshi. Moshi is from Hong Kong. So these are our
Hi.
followers. So they would be your followers as well in your Spotify. Si Anne, General Anne, Lira, who else? Yun. Sana hindi ko po kayo nakalimutan lahat. And Pearly Shells, nakita ko si Pearly Shells TV. Thank you for watching us tonight. So after this, you mentioned that you ever since you had this
Hmm.
inclination, your passion in music. When was it started?
It started very young. I remember my whole life I've been singing in choirs, in musical theater. I used to be part of the Hong Kong Children's Choir, and that was a big part of my life because that really showed me that if you want to be a musician, you have to work hard, and those two things go together. And you have to practice, you have to train. You can't just, you know, it's not
Mm-mm.
easy. And I really like that mindset of, really spending time to make sure your craft is well
Mm-mm.
built. So yeah, like I used to listen to a lot of ABBA. I love musical theater. I listened to a lot of Queen. I loved
Oh,
Madonna. Like I just loved all the really theatrical glam
okay.
performers. Um,
Uh-uh.
so and then I love jazz. So jazz was
Okay.
for me the biggest inspiration for my songwriting. Uh,
Okay.
so
Well, when you were growing up, so you keep on listening to this singers or band. So
mhm.
they were your influence in terms of the genre, in terms of the music. That
Yeah.
if you would try to identify yourself, would you want to be a writer or more of a writer, a songwriter, or a singer?
I think I don't know, like because I sing jazz and opera and things like that, you have to be a really good singer to be able to deliver a song that someone else wrote. But when
Mm-mm.
I sing my own music that I write, there's a different level to it because I always think about writing as my way of trying to make a perfect piece of art. But no one's ever going to make a perfect piece of art. But if I
Mm-mm.
sing it, it's almost like I'm explaining to you what I'm missing in this piece of art. So
Mm-mm.
a really good singer for me is someone who can take someone else's art and make it
Mm-mm.
beautiful and complete. But I love performing my own songs, and I only sing songs I write because I think it's important for me to tell my stories through my voice.
Mm-mm. And then, we have a question here from one of our viewers. Who was your inspiration? Singer or
So
anyone? Do you
I think
have
one of my sorry,
yeah, anyone that do your main uh inspiration in
I
terms
think
of in terms of music?
probably my main inspiration is Lady Gaga.
Lady
Like
Gaga.
Gaga, yeah, Gaga for me is someone who isn't afraid of boundaries. Like she will
Mm-mm.
go places to create good art, and she is someone who works hard. She is someone who is super creative. She writes beautiful music, and most importantly, she's a kind person. And I
Mm-mm.
think if you are making music, you have to be kind and you have to have an aim. And her aim is always to spread kindness, and I think that's very important. And work within our generation of songwriters is we need to make this world a better place. And how can we
Mm-mm.
do that is through writing music. So I love Gaga. She's crazy. So my
Any
favorite.
particular song that you uh
Um,
favorite from Lady Gaga?
okay, there's no one favorite, but
Okay.
I love like obviously like Bad Romance for me is a huge song. When that song came out, because I
Uh-huh.
love dark music, like dark pop music is my favorite
Okay.
genre, and that's the music I write in as well. I write dark glam rock music, but also the Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury from Queen is the same, very theatrical, very expressive, writes very deep music about his own experiences, and
Yeah.
that's the kind of energy I love. Yeah,
Yeah, because when I saw as the viewers, when we were talking off air, I
Mhm.
saw some of your videos in
Yeah,
YouTube, and you have this very expressive, very theatrical way of expressing your music. My
yeah.
question is, for those people who do not understand, or
Mhm.
people who are not used to this kind of music, how do you entertain this kind of things, or bashing, for example? Because being in the
Mm.
limelight, being a public figure, sometimes you can't please everyone. But how do you handle this kind of things?
Yeah, I mean, like the biggest I don't really get too much hate, I think. Like people are fine. I don't think I'm famous enough for people to hate me.
So,
But one comment I get a lot is about the way I sing because I sing quite operatically. So I sing because I have training in opera, so it's very
mm-mm,
strong.
mm-mm,
And some people don't like strong singers anymore. They like people who are more like chill and
yeah.
I've just ignored it. I don't really care. Like people like if you wanted to come to my show you would
Yeah. Mm-mm.
so yeah.
Yeah. In terms of performances, and then people following you, how do you
Mhm.
handle limelight? Because some people, well, they have a different persona in front of the audience, but
Yeah.
sometimes they have their own private life as well. In your case, how do you handle it?
I try to be very honest, as much
Mm,
as like, as honest as possible with my fans and my audience. I believe that I am I'm a human being like everyone else, and I am just someone who's telling my stories
mm,
through singing and music. I have tried to make sure that I hold myself responsible for everything I say and everything I do. And I make
mm,
sure that even like, if I'm not doing an interview, even in normal life, I want to make sure that I am spreading kindness and I'm being kind.
mm,
I think that's most important is just knowing that your words have effect on other people.
mm.
Um, yeah.
Mm. So wonderful. Because well, allow me to speak in Filipino.
Yeah.
Because nung pong nagkita kami ni Jason before, nung binisita niya kami dun sa hall namin dati sa university, napaka down to earth niya, napaka down to earth person, napakabait. And I still remember that we were eating Filipino food during those times.
Yes, you cooked us food.
Yeah, right?
Thank you.
Oo.
That was so nice.
The adobo and
Yes,
the fried chicken.
it
So we
was
were
really
eating that.
nice.
Yeah. So kinain niya. Do you have Filipino friends there, by the way?
I do actually.
Okay.
So I'm part of a arts collective called the Bitten Peach, and we're a
Mm-mm.
group of Asian performers who put on our own shows. And one of our drag queens is part Filipina. Yeah,
Okay.
so she's called Mahatma Candy.
And then we
Yeah.
have plenty Filipino friends in the UK as well because some of our friends there were working in the medical field, the
Mm.
nurses in the UK. Uh,
Actually,
yeah.
all my Filipino friends are performers. They're all
So
drag queens or
all of them
dancers.
can sing.
So
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. I think they are talented in terms of singing. In my case, I don't know how to sing.
It's okay. You're a great doctor, so that's
Yeah.
fine.
But anyway, in terms of your outfit, in terms of your costume, who usually prepare? Do you
Me.
have you as well? So
Yeah,
you were
I prepare everything. I love fashion. I love styling. Um,
okay.
and I like putting different things I find together. Yeah, so I do it, and I do my own makeup as well. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So how many hours that would it take, for example, in preparing for a show? Because sometimes you put a lot of
Mm,
things. Because I saw the one that you were interviewed for a magazine in your
yes.
Facebook. Yeah. What was that?
Which magazine?
The one that you recently posted when you were interviewed and then they putting makeup on you. Is that an interview thing?
I
The,
can't
re-
remember.
actually, it was 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. You posted
Uh,
it in your Facebook because you've been very busy doing a lot of
I can't
things.
remember what it was. But it depends.
You,
Like if I'm doing like like a modeling job, there'll be a makeup artist. But if I'm performing, I like to do my own makeup. Because for me, it's a whole process of getting into character, and the
mm,
character is not different from me. It's just someone who is more confident and more
mm,
able to open up to strangers about my stories. Because when I'm singing my music, all my songs are about me and about my struggles or about my happiness or about my sadness. So
mm,
I have to make sure that I'm prepared to deliver that to people I don't know. Because, I won't go to a random person on the street and just be like, hey, like, this is my feeling of being sad. But when you're on
mm,
stage, you do that. You sing it, and it's a different type of singing. So the makeup is like armor. Like, I wear it as something really confident to show off who I am,
mm,
along with the outfits as well. So,
And in terms of because before we move to your sample songs, so probably let me ask you about your advocacy. You mentioned that the
yes.
youth. Yes. So how is it? Can you tell us about this one so that our viewers, I think some of our viewers are watching. Veronica, thank you. Cares, Lira. Uh,
I
yeah.
um Yeah, so I also work for an LGBTQ plus homeless youth charity called
Mm,
AKT in London and in the UK. So I help any young people who are made homeless because they've maybe come out to their parents and their parents have kicked them out and they have nowhere to go. A lot of time, these are university students or people who are coming to terms with their sexuality, and we as a charity support them to find them safe housing. So we help them move into a place that of their own where they can pay rent. And my work is sort of to help them stay within this safe housing. So that means, helping them get a job or keeping them at university, helping them build life skills, soft skills, introducing them to different communities where they can meet friends and build their own life. So a lot of these things, parents would do, but they don't have access to that. So I support, young people all over the UK who are experiencing homelessness.
Yeah, I hope our viewers as well. I don't know in the Philippines if we have this kind of organization or a center for those LGBTQI who were kicked out by their parents or by the community. I don't know, but at least it's a nice advocacy. So probably our viewers here can also help support whatever advocacy or charity that you may be having. So what's your future plans now? What else is here for you?
I mean, obviously, with COVID this year, it's been extra tough with everything, especially all my shows being canceled because no one can go into the theaters anymore. We're slowly restarting doing shows, but they're very socially distant. So you have to be wearing a mask, you have to be very far from each other. It's not the same. So I'm focusing on releasing more music online. So with this song, Give Me Up to Love, afterwards, I'm going to release 2-3 more songs from this EP. And just really focus on putting out online content. My dream is really to go back into performing live for people and to start doing shows around Europe and around Asia. But yeah, it's an exciting time. So please follow me on Instagram at Jason Kwan Music and on my Spotify to keep up to with what's happening.
Definitely our viewers would follow you. But by the way, how's the situation in London now?
It's okay. It's like London is better, but the rest of the UK aren't really that great at the moment. So London's numbers are quite low. Well, they're medium to low, but it's slowly it opened up for a little bit and now it's closing up again. So restaurants and bars are still open, but there's a 10 p.m. curfew, which doesn't really make sense. Yeah.
Okay. Do you need to wear masks when you go out, or?
Yeah.
And then
only when people take transport. They really should be wearing it everywhere.
Everywhere. Okay. And then how about if you go out? How many people can go out together? Because in Hong Kong sometimes there's a maximum of 4 people to go out.
It's 6.
6. Yeah. Okay. So take care in London and to all your friends.
Yeah, I'm very careful. Even when I went to Croatia, everyone on the shoot had negative test, and we all wear masks and we all stayed away. It was very controlled. So.
So I have one question. How's from Caris? How's the entertainment industry nowadays in London? How is it?
It's not good because everything's closed. So yeah, shows are canceled and I can't really do any shows. So people who are just performing are really struggling because the government also doesn't support performers very well. So it's an issue, but
okay. So now don't do because some of the artists I've seen they are doing this show, a benefit concert using this platform, either Zoom or any other platform, where they sing and they raise funds. In your case, you don't do that.
I have done a few of them, but I find it hard to engage people online on Zoom. And I just prefer doing it in person. So, and after you do a few Zoom performances, you get just kind of tired. The quality is not great. And I don't know, it's just not the same for me. So I'd rather people listen to my music online or watch my music video on YouTube. So.
There's one question here from Miss Catherine Lumbang. Probably she's from the Philippines.
Hi,
Sir
Catherine.
Jason, do you have a plan, a concert, probably in the Philippines soon?
No, but if you want me to come, I'll try my best. I would love to
You
come.
have so many people watching. Also, Lian J. Barbero. Hello, Dr. Mike. Sabi niya. And then she's in Taiwan, I think. She's in Taiwan. Please, lahat ng mga viewers natin, please follow Jason's Kwan's for IG. And also, you could visit Spotify and search Jason Kwan. Okay. Because what is your first music that you have written?
So the first song I released was called "Just Let Go for Once," and I released that back in 2018. And then this year, I released "Sometimes I Cry," and then "Give Me Up to Love." So yeah, these are all songs that I wrote in a dark place, where I was feeling quite upset, quite angry, but I turned that anger into something positive into the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you give us the first song and then tell us? You mentioned that this is the first song. The motive you wrote this one where, in Hong Kong or in UK already?
Well, so "Just Let Go for Once" I wrote in New York. Actually, I wrote it in 2015, and I wrote the song about an ex-boyfriend I had, and he had real trouble letting go of his insecurities, and he was not allowing himself to love. And I think it became quite difficult because the song also became a reflection of who I was. I was finding it hard to let go of everyone's judgment on my sexuality, or everyone's view on my romances. And so I wrote the song to tell myself to just let go for once. It will be okay.
Okay.
So I'll sing a little bit of the chorus.
Okay.
Let me have a sip of water.
You play, okay. You play the piano as well, right?
I do, but I don't have my piano here. So next time maybe.
Yeah.
So this is "Just Let Go for Once," which is on Spotify.
Yeah. Okay.
Just let go for once, 'cause I'm already yours. Don't let your doubting claws come tearing in. Just let go for once, promise me. You'll try, you'll vie, you'll defy. Just let go for once, break free from the terror that reigns within your heart. Break free from all those doubts. Just let go. There you go.
Wow,
I hope the sound quality is okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, this is different now. We don't have the live band or the orchestra.
But if you listen to the song on Spotify, it's like a dance song. It's very, it's faster, it's heavier, it's got drums and guitars, and I wanted the energy of that frustration to carry out in that song. So that's just like Go for Once.
What if your ex is watching now and listening?
Well, then you should just let go for once. He knows I wrote it about him, so
Okay. And then the I think some of the audience, the viewers, are requesting the other song, the one that I mentioned a while ago.
Sometimes I Cry.
Sometimes I Cry. What is the story behind the song?
So actually, Sometimes I Cry was about releasing Just Let Go for Once. Sometimes I Cry is about me being nervous about putting my music out, because I thought to myself, I don't want people to see me as someone who's weak and vulnerable. I want people to see me as strong. But then at the same time, sometimes we all cry. There are moments where we are weak, and we shouldn't be ashamed of those moments. We should really look after ourselves in those moments. And so I wrote Sometimes I Cry about the most vulnerable moments in my life, and owning those moments to make myself confident. I just saw How Often Is Sometimes. I think it's anytime you need it, anytime you need to let yourself just be like, okay, today I'm sad, I'm gonna deal with my feelings, and tomorrow I'll be stronger. And I think it's important for us to let ourselves have that process. So I released Sometimes I Cry in March of this year, and if you want to watch the music video, which is my first music video, you can go on YouTube and watch it.
Is this the one with Shiva?
With Shiva in it, yeah. So Shiva dances in this video.
Wait, let me introduce Shiva. Shiva is one of our students at the University of Hong Kong. And before, when I organized this international music festival at the university, I invited Shiva's group to perform Bollywood dance at what do you call that hall? Club Village 3. And Shiva joined the British Got Talent, right?
Yeah, Britain's Got Talent. Shiva's a very famous dancer in London, so it's, and we're very good friends here. So it's
Yeah.
very generous of them to dance in my video.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll sing a little bit of Sometimes I Cry.
Yes.
Sometimes I find it hard to sing because I know you're listening. I fake a confidence when really I am shivering inside. Sometimes I want to rule the world, but your stare holds me in pose. I breathe and weave our highs and lows, let my fantasies explode. Yet I'm afraid I won't be heard. I cease to tell the world as if I'm never vulnerable. Still I'll keep constantly and cautiously simmering in my pan of broken thoughts. I hope you know my mask stays strong, but sometimes I cry. There you go.
Wonderful, wonderful. Because that one, I saw it in the video, the
Yeah,
move, the dance moves, and everything. It's really wonderful.
it's like big vampire energy in the video.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I wish that we could have that theatrical, what do you call that one? Arrangement and all the
Yeah,
choreography.
and so I write the whole arrangement. So I write the guitar, I write the piano, I write the drums, I write everything in the song. So listen to it.
How many, for the curiosity of the viewers, how many months or weeks that you completed? Sometimes I cry.
Sometimes so when I wrote the song
Yeah.
from top to finish, it was
Yeah.
very fast.
Okay.
Maybe a few days I wrote the whole song.
Mhm.
But actually putting the track together, it
Mhm.
took me maybe a month or 2 months, but it's with a lot of thinking in between. So
Mm-mm.
yeah, like these songs usually they come to me, and I write it down very quickly. But then
Okay.
building them takes a little more time, and obviously recording them in a studio takes time, and yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
When you write a song, do you write it any time of the day? Or because there are some songwriters that they need to have this experience or the feelings or the motivation to write a song. In your case, you can just write it in a split second, or
No, I mean I never sit down and be like, okay, today I'm gonna write a song. Like I never do that. It's
okay.
usually when it hits me, like I have inspiration, and then I'll be like, oh my god, where's my phone? Let me sing it into my phone, and then I will sing it, and it comes out in one go usually.
Mm-mm.
Or sometimes I just sing the chorus, and then tomorrow I think a little more, and I'm like, okay, well this is a good verse, and then I'm like, okay, what do I really mean when I say sometimes I cry, and then I start developing it like that.
Mm-mm.
So
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. And you told me
hmm
that you will be releasing a song, or you have released a song
Today, yeah.
today. Today. Which one is this?
So my new song that came out today is called "Give Me Up to Love,"
Okay.
um, and this song started the whole album. You know, the song's about giving yourself up from your insecurities, from people who are bad for you,
Oh,
from toxic
okay.
environments. Giving yourself up from it and moving
Mm-mm.
forward to give yourself up to love yourself, to love your identity, to love the
Okay.
people around you who support you.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, the song's about liberation and empowerment, really.
Oh, I think some
Yeah.
of our viewers can relate to this song
Yeah,
because give me up to love. And when it comes to love, I think we all need love
yeah, for
and
sure.
space, right?
And it's
Love from
about
us.
giving yourself a chance to love again.
Yes.
So
Mm-mm. I like that one. Give yourself a
yeah,
chance to love again.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
because sometimes
Yeah.
you go through a bad relationship and you're like, like, I never want to love again. But you have to give yourself up to love. You have to put your heart out there again, and that's hard.
Yes.
Um, but
And
yeah,
then you,
I can sing you a little bit if you want to.
yeah. When did you start writing it?
I wrote the song when I was 17,
Oh,
actually,
okay.
and I'm
Okay.
26 now. So it took me a long time
Yeah.
to put it out because it was so special to me. I
Okay.
wanted to take my time before I put it out.
Is this dedicated to someone else or?
To myself, yeah. Give Me Up to
Okay.
Love I wrote to myself. It's a love song for myself,
Okay.
for me to find confidence as a 17-year-old
Mm-mm.
to move on and move forward and be positive and live life.
I like that one. Live life. Okay, can you sing us a verse from this song?
Sure, yeah, I'll sing a little bit more of this song.
Yeah.
A catacomb of sorrow is all I need, recording in the darkness of walls that block out the groans of denial, the tempers that a reason was stone, an accentuated ticking that even Lenny cannot stifle. So night after night, this is how it goes. We get off the road and roam. Night after night, this is how we grow. We get off the road and go. You give me up to love. You give me up to love. You give me up to love. Whoa, whoa. You give me up to love. Oh. There you go. So you can listen to my new song on Spotify now as well. It's come out today. It came out
Today.
a month ago. So you'll be one of the first people to listen to it.
Yeah, perfect timing that you were a guest and then you release your song today. And thank you so much. It's
Thank you so
a
much.
wonderful experience. Always talk to you, and I hope that we can watch you live, either in
hopefully soon.
yeah,
I'd love
I hope
that.
that you can come back here. Or the moment that this pandemic is over, I could visit you in London.
Please
so that I
come
could
visit. Yeah, I'll love that.
And well, some of our viewers are reacting here in terms of your songs about love, stupid love. Probably some people, yeah, probably some people are in love or
Lady Gaga's new song "Stupid Love."
yeah,
If you look on my YouTube, I covered it as well, so you can watch my cover of "Stupid Love."
wonderful. Yeah, and then do you have any message to your fans or to viewers?
I would say to my viewers, love yourself. I think that's the message in all my songs. It's, although it seems like my songs are written about other people, they're all actually written to myself. It's me trying to comfort myself, me telling myself that there's always hope, that things will get better, and that you don't need to be scared of your struggles. You don't need to be scared of any of your problems. You just have to understand them and move forward and take that energy forward. So yeah, and I would say be patient with yourself and love yourself.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you, to talk to you, even if we're miles away. We still keep on talking to each other, chatting with each other. And when I invited you with this live stream, you informed me that okay, let's do it. We could only find specific time. I hope this would not be the last time that you would guest us. Anytime that
have me again.
Yeah, just please let me know so that we could inform our viewers as well. Do you want to promote or greet anyone?
So if you want to follow so everything is Jason Kwan Music. So as it's written on the screen, you can search me on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Music, on Instagram, on Facebook. So yeah, I'm everywhere. So anything you use, I will be there. On Twitter, Deezer, Amazon, iTunes, everything is the same. But yeah, please listen to my music and most importantly, share it if you like it. So thank you very much for having me, and thank you for watching and listening.
Yeah, thank you, Jason, and all the best to you, and hope to see you again soon. And yeah, let's keep in touch, okay?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye. So, ayan po, si Mr. Jason Kwan, ang ating guest for tonight. Napakasaya na maging guest si Jason, and sa ating mga kababayan na despite ng napaka-busy ng kanyang schedule ay pumayag siyang mag-guest sa atin. So, kanina kausap po siya off-air, nagla-lunch pa lang siya kasi nga na sobrang busy niya. Habang kami ay nag-uusap, siya ay nagla-lunch. But now, pumayag siya sa ating live stream na ito. Sa lahat po ng mga kababayan natin, maraming salamat po. I-greet ko po muna kayo lahat pasensya na kasi kanina hindi ako po makatingin sa ating screen. Yung mga super chatters natin, si Lira, si Moshi, si Millie, Journey na taga-Australia, maraming salamat. Si Ann General, salamat. Cares, thank you sa mga questions mo. Si Miss Veronica Mateo, maraming salamat po. Just follow Jason Kwan in all platforms. IG, Spotify niya, sa YouTube niya. Tignan niyo po yung music na mga kinanta niya kanina. I repeat, just let go for once. Sometimes I cry. And give me up to love. Don't worry, ililink ko po yung mga videos niya rin para po makita niyo at mapanood niyo. Georgie, maraming salamat sa pagdalaw niyo. Ann 30 Cañete, maraming salamat po sa panonood niyo. Napakasaya ko naman po na pumunta kayo sa ating live stream ngayong gabi sa si Ann, nosebleed daw si Ann. Oo, kasi hindi po marunong magtagalog ang ating guest na taga UK po ang guest natin. Okay, si Georgia. Si Lian J. Barbero, maraming salamat. Lian na taga Taiwan, tama ba? Catherine Lumbang, maraming salamat. Sino ba? Si Miss Veronica. Oo. So, ayan. Sana pinakanta natin ng ating guest about Lady Gaga, no? Si Cares, sana makita niyo yung mga view niya kasi naka-outfit niya. Gusto nga niya kanina, dapat sumasayaw siya or pakita ko yung mga video. Kaso hindi ko alam kung paano ipapakita yung mga videos niya abang kausap ko siya eh. Okay? Para mas masaya sana, di ba? Si Georgie, maraming salamat. Grace Apalias A. Okay, maraming salamat Grace. Lira, si Catherine. Salamat. Chris, thank you Chris for watching. Kumusta ka na, Chris? Hindi kita na recently. So, si Kat. Dapat, Kat, mag-guest ka rin kasi kumakanta ka rin, Kat. Oo. Yung mga kanta ni, sino ba yung mga idol ni Kat kasi dati? Si, okay. So, sino pa? Si Georgie. Ayan. Sana wala po akong na-miss sa inyo, ha. Maria Paz, ayan, mga Noranians, marami. Yung pong mga friends natin, mga fans ni Ate Guy. So, inaayos po natin. Sana po mag-guest po ang nag-iisang superstar sa atin soon. Meron pang isang Noranian na taga Italy, sa Rome, si Miss Alicia. Maraming salamat. Meron tayong episode soon, Pinoy in Italy. Yan, abangan nyo po yan. Yan, Sherilyn Vicente, maraming salamat, Sherilyn. Parang kausap pa lang kita kanina before tayo mag-live. Si Barry, congratulations Barry, nanalo po kayo ha, Miss Barry Malabanan. Ayan. Akala ko po kasi lalaki si Miss Barry, babae po si Miss Barry. Isang Noranian din. Sino pa ba? Si Miss Normie. Maraming salamat Miss Normie sa pagpanood. Georgie, maraming salamat. Okay. Sino pa ba? Si Marie, maraming salamat Marie. Sino pa? Si Elisa Labuanan, maraming salamat po. Ay nasa list daw yung sa si Jason sa kanya Spotify. Maganda yan. Okay, si Lira. Si Maria Paz Gesto, marami pong salamat sa inyo. Sana po nag-enjoy po kayo sa episode na to. At abangan nyo po next week. Papakita po namin yung shoot namin na-invite kami ng Marriott Hotel. It's a staycation sa Marriott Hotel. Okay, panoorin niyo po yon. Next week, kung hindi po ako nagkakamali, Tuesday po yata, ipi-premiere Marriott Hotel. Abangan niyo po yon. A bit of everything. Ayan, maraming salamat din sa panonood. Siya, bakit nawala? Bakit biglang nag-jump bigla? Nawala ako. Nawala. Si Miko Echo. Sige, maraming salamat. Manila Bites. Salamat sa inyo mga pumunta ngayon ha. Inday Idoy, 31. Lisa Fashionista. Yan, siya shout out kita, Lisa Fashionista. Okay, nakita ko yan. Si Iday Idoy, 31. Pasensya po kung mali po yung aking pag-pronounce ha. Ay, sandali. Nakita ko si Jeff, Free Jeff. Si Free Jeff, si Georgie, biglang, yung mga team lipat na lang. Ayan, Miko Echo, biglang meron ako nabasa kanina si Outrun. Yan, Outrun DYC Purple. I think outrun, nanalo po yata kayo doon sa paraffle namin last week. Inahanap po kayo ni Miss Honey para po doon sa award ninyo, sa prize ninyo. I hope nakipag-coordinate na po kayo sa kanya. Abangan nyo, magpaparaffle ulit tayo soon. Oo. Iba naman, level up ng konti yung mga paraffle natin. Yung mga friends natin nagbigay po ng mga paraffle, mga sponsors natin, at ang mga friends nating mga doctors, maraming salamat po. Yung pong nagbibigay ng pang-paraffle natin sa ating mga kababayan. Sige, time to share. Malapit ng Pasko, abangan nyo. Magpaparaffle tayo sa Christmas. Okay? Oo. Sana nga wala ng pandemic para maka-visit po kami sa inyo. Pupuntahan namin kayo kung saan po kayong lugar. I-assign natin kung anong particular time. Oo, si Maria, maraming salamat po. Ay, si Miss Alicia, ayan, si Miss Alicia ng taga-Rome. Nandito po siya. Ayan, Miss Alicia Estrella. Sabi niya, ayan, taga-Rome po siya. Abangan niyo po yung episode namin, Pinoy in Italy. We will feature po ang Italy sa conversation namin at also about brands. Ayan, yung mga hilig sa brands. Yun ang pag-uusapan. Si Haramishi Rio. Mga Team Lipat ha, maraming salamat po sa lahat sa inyo na panunood sa amin ngayong gabi. Sana nag-enjoy po kayo sa aming episode. Abangan nyo po sa Sunday, September 27 po. Usaping legal naman tayo. I invited my friends sa Philippines na lawyers, yung po may problema sa lupa, yung inaagaw ng yung lupa, yung ano tawag doon, minanan yung lupa sa inyong mga lolo or lola or mga kamag-anak, tapos po biglang sumakabilang buhay na po yung yung nagpamana sa inyo. Tapos kinukuha ng ibang kapatid or kinukuha ng mga auntie, kinukuha ng mga uncle. Pag-uusapan po natin yan. Ano po yung karapatan in terms of mana, inheritance. Yan po yung pag-uusapan natin ngayong linggo. Abangan nyo po yun. Samahan nyo ako kasi hindi po ako lawyer. Baka po magkamali po ako doon. Okay? At least naka-engage po ako sa inyo. Kung may mga katanungan po kayo, i-chat nyo po sa amin. Sa Sunday po yon. And then on Wednesday, ang guest naman po natin, taga DSWD. O yan, yung may mga katanungan sa inyo sa DSWD. Abangan nyo po yan. Sa Wednesday po yon, next Wednesday. At abangan nyo rin po, meron po tayong episode na pinakiusapan ko po rin po yung mga friends natin sa Pilipinas. Dahil po marami pong nagme-message sa akin na yung mga kababayan natin may problema sa kanilang kasal. Na kung saan yung kanyang kabiyak ay ng ibang bakod, paano po yung proseso ng annulment, paano po yung proseso ng paghihiwalay, etc. Yun po yung pag-uusapan natin. We've invited group of lawyers sa Philippines. Yun po yung pag-uusapan natin. Abangan nyo po yun sa ating mga kababayan na gusto pong tumulong para sa mga kababayan natin may problemang legal dito na kung saan sa Pilipinas pong mga lawyers ang kakausapin ko para po sa inyo. Yun. At least kasi yun po yung minsan nagbibigay ng medical health problem. Kasi baka sabihin ng iba, ay bakit naman legal ang pag-uusapan? Tandaan po ninyo, minsan ang health po natin o yung stress na sinasabi, minsan dahil po sa problemang hinaharap natin. Nagkakaroon po ng epekto yon sa kalusugan natin, physical man or sa mental man. Kaya pag-uusapan po natin yon. So, health at the same time, yung nagbibigay po ng problema yung health natin sa stress, depression, anxiety, minsan po kasi yung problema natin. At one problem na usually sa ating mga kababayan dito, yung pong problemang legal na kung saan yung separation, yung kasal, yung annulment, etc. etc. Pati yung mana. Yun po yung pag-uusapan natin sa darating na, kailan ba yun? October po yata, October 11 kung hindi ako nagkakamali. Tapos po, yung breast cancer din in celebration of ng breast month sa October. So yun po yun. Abangan nyo po yung mga episode natin yun. And I hope wala po ako nakalimutan sa inyo na nabasa ko lahat po ang mga pangalan ninyo dito. Ayan, si Nazia Murphy. I hope na-pronounce ko po yung mga pangalan nyo. Baka po magkamali ako. A Bit of Everything Channel, Alicia, lahat po ng super chatters, Lira, si Milis na taga-Australia, si Ann General, si Moshi, si Lira, sino pa ba? Baka po may makalimutan ako. Sana wala. Milis Journey, yan nabanggit ko na. Gigi Yamelo, Ann, sino pa? Baka po may nakalimutan ako. O wala po akong nakalimutan. Okay. So, ayan po. Maraming salamat po again and have a great night everyone. Be happy, be healthy, and again po, mag-ingat po tayo yung po mga lalabas ngayong weekend. Okay? Protect po your sarili dahil po yung virus hindi pa rin po nawawala. Meron pa rin po. So, protect yourself by wearing mask. Huwag po matigas ang ulo. Wash your hands po lagi pag lumalabas kayo or anytime na meron kayong hahawakan. Maghugas po ng kamay or hindi naman hand sanitizer po kayo. Pangalagaan niyo po yung sarili niyo para hindi po magkasakit. And magkita-kita po muli tayo ngayong darating na linggo, September 27. So, thank you everyone and thank you again sa ating guest na si Mr. Jason Kwan. Follow him on Spotify, YouTube niya at Instagram niya. Ay, may humabol si Mitch in Wonderland. So, maraming salamat. And Alicia Estrella, mag-ingat ka dyan sa Italy, sa Rome, Italy. And si Milis na taga Australia. So, once again, maraming salamat po and have a great night everyone.